Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Prod 116 here, Mr. Prodigy aka Brandon. And in this episode we're doing another real talk, and this one's gonna be about strictly high school. And this is a tough one for me because high school was kind of where my life turned around. And yes, you see around here this is a different viewing area because we got family downstairs helping clean up and myself and making it look more professional down there for my videos. If you haven't watched episode 1 and 2 of Real Talk, I highly recommend that you watch those two before you get to this one. It's basically just talking about from when I was a baby up to where my point is, to where the point of where I am now. And at the end of it, there might only be 2 more episodes after this one because we'll really be getting into the depths of everything. And then I'm gonna do after that a question and answer. So yeah, then you leave your questions and I'm gonna answer them here on camera. High school. Okay, well, you know, end of grade 9, pretty innocent, didn't really do a whole lot. I was kind of to myself a little bit. I had close buddies that I would hang out with, but I would also not. I would try to avoid people, which led into bigger and bigger problems later on down the line. But we're not gonna talk about that quite yet. Okay, so grade 10. Started grade 10. Okay, well, I was in the St. Henry's Catholic school, and now after you hit grade 9, it's different in high school. Freshman in high school here in Canada is grade 10. And grade 10, it was all new to me. It was like, whoa, what the heck? There's all these different classes I can pick and choose. And to a matter of fact, I had no idea. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'd mark down classes of something kind of easy is extra along with your main mandatory classes. Well, throughout high school, my favorite classes definitely were mechanics, welding, and gym. Those were my favorite things to do, and I aced those all. And then in grade 11, I took extra classes. I wanted to learn more about biology, so I learned about mitosis, meiosis, all that biology stuff, and I did well. The teacher was like, holy, you should really think about going to university and taking biology because you're acing it. But that was like really one of the only classes I actually really did well in, sadly. Most of the time in classes I didn't really focus too much. I was kind of more worried about my surroundings, making sure that I'm not too fidgety, because people made fun of you if you're fidgety. And then grade 11, it was kind of, I started taking mechanics 20, welding 20, biology 20, mathematics 20, and I did okay. School, I did okay with that. My senior year, this is what changed everything. Because throughout high school, grade 10 and 11, I was that shy kid. I still was quite shy during that time frame, and I lost quite a few friends. They got girlfriends. They're out partying. They're out doing all kinds of stuff, and me, I was just like, put my head down, focus, school, try and figure out what I want to do later in life. And once I hit grade 12, and I really started struggling with school. And no, I don't condone any of this. This is all just, I'm a way different person now than I was back then. But because I didn't really have any friends, and it was my high school year, you know, you want to have, it's prom. Well, in Canada here, it's your graduation, but prom, you want to have an escort, you know, a girl. And all throughout high school, I didn't have a single girlfriend. I didn't date anybody. And I was so close to myself and just wanted to just get through the day, drive home, hang out, play video games. This is when I stopped playing RuneScape. I was playing PlayStation. I think it was a PS4, no, PS3 back then. I have a PS5 now, but I don't really have a whole lot of time to play it as much as I used to. Just like most people, I got kind of bullied. Not physically, because I mean the teachers would always ask me, "Well, you got big shoulders. You must play football or hockey or something." And I never really got into sports. I liked bodybuilding. I liked weightlifting, but I never got into sports. So yeah, people were judging me because of that. It's like, why aren't you into sports? But I was in a sport in grade 12. I did join football. And I made this biggest mistake ever in practice. Someone was running right at me, and I had to go and stand my ground. But what I instead did, is I didn't know any better, was like, hold on, I'm not ready, and lifted my head up as far as up I can go in the helmet, and the helmet from the other guy in the football hit me right in the chin strap. Full and kind of completely leveled me. And I woke up and I was like seeing stars and what is going on? Turned out I got a concussion. And that was the end of the sports for me. This is your last year of school. You're thankful you're finally done. There's college, university after. You can go right into the job force. I decided to go down a wrong path. And I had friends that are trying to be friends with me, and they were, all right, so cannabis is legal in Canada now, but back when I was in high school, there was no, it was still a Schedule 3 substance, and I thought it was cool. I could fit in with the potheads, and I got into smoking marijuana and going to parties and drinking, getting completely blacked out, falling over, people laughing at me because I can't even walk, can't even stand. And I thought it was great because I felt so, like when I was drinking, I was so more outgoing, more or less shy. And well, I mean, I picked up a lot of friends from that. But then we graduated from high school. We finished off grad. And I didn't have an escort for grad. And I got made fun of it because I didn't date in high school. I never ever had a girlfriend. I didn't have a girlfriend until I was 21 years old. That'll be on the next video, which things get really, really turned around at that age. Well, for me anyway. But anyways, no, we finished off high school. All graduated. Still going to parties. Still big and smoking dope, marijuana. Nah, I don't condone any of this. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend drinking. I don't recommend drugs. I don't recommend any kind of substance abuse. Please, if you can, stay away from it because it can get you into a lot of trouble. But other than that, high school, graduated, and this is gonna be for the next video. I started working at a co-op gas station, and that's when I got a girlfriend, and she wasn't the best. Let's just say that. I went through a lot of struggles with that. And that's going to be for the next part, which is going to be very, very dramatic, very, very dark. But basically is what this video is about, is high school was when took away my innocence from turning from a boy to a man, but with very bad repercussions. And that I'll get into the next video. But for me, high school was not that fun. It was pretty bad. I did my work. I did the best I could, but you know, with peer pressure and you know, people telling you, well, the bully's gonna leave you alone if you actually go and do this and this. And I never got physically bullied. I only got verbally bullied. It was just words that I'm not gonna say on camera because you know how it is. Some major strange things, and rude things, saying that, oh, you're such a pansy, this and that. And I'm not gonna get into the words, but it was pretty bad. My self-esteem went down. I stopped going to family events because I became so self-conscious of myself and judging myself because of all these words people were saying. It's like, what do they know something about me that I don't? Because I know I'm a straight male. Yeah, I haven't had a girlfriend, but what is that anything? I'm just a shy guy. Like, I was really uncomfortable around people. I got all my English, math, I think it's called social something. All my mandatories I passed with good numbers, like 70s, 80s. So I mean, I wasn't bad in school, and I got my grade 12. Learned a lot throughout high school, but yeah, there were some negativities, and I fell into a really bad crowd, and that crowd extended into my early 20s up to about 22, which that's going to be the next video. So yeah, stay tuned for that one, because that's going to be the biggest drop on kind of my life through what I've been through so far. I was always happy in high school. I heard a bunch of people, their parents get divorced or whatever, cheated, blah blah blah. My parents, great parents, they stuck together through almost like 47 years now. They've been together, and props to them. I want to find a relationship like that maybe one day, but right now I'm focused on, you know, I want to produce good content for you guys. I want to bring you guys kind of when I was in high school, I did a lot of reading on bushcraft and living outdoors and living like a homeless person, and it was always very fascinating for me. So these videos coming up are going to be so estranged. They're going to be very good videos. I'm not going to go into details until the video comes, and I'm going to get into these pranks here soon. Totally different person now, but watch for the next episode, because that is when things really got out of control for me. And it was when the first time and only girlfriend I've ever had in my life. So stay tuned for that, YouTube. I'll bring that one next to you guys on this Real Talk. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.